9 moons in cluedo book there. Yes, tonight we murder. I'll tell you why. You may not believe this, but I believe a couple of weeks ago you had a strange dream. Do you believe that bit so far? No. Okay. I believe you dreamt about murder. I believe you actually, in the dream, witnessed murder. However, consciously you do not recall this. Isn't that just the way it happens? Well, we're going to prove you know. We have here the 9 moons. In a second, I'm going to ask you to stand and point to any one. But first, I've written a book. And it's your job to read it. Excuse me a second. Get out there. Just wait till you see which bit you have got. That's okay. I'm not very good at writing books. Okay, if you'd like to read the front page.
The title is Murder is on the Menu Tonight by Charles Hankinson. Chapter 1. How to identify the murderer. Only 8 people were there in the mansion that evening. Mrs. White, Colonel Mustard, Reverend Green, Miss Scarlett, Professor Plum, Mrs. Peacock, the victim, and the only witness.
Bet you're glad you're not the victim.
The detective will help us eliminate most of the innocent people, but not all of them.
Okay. There were 6 other people apparently. So guess what? 6 volunteers. This could be pushing it.
Sorry, wrong show.
If you'd like to just come up the stairs. Stand just a little bit over there. I have here 6 little tokens. There's Mrs. Peacock, Colonel Mustard, Mrs. White, Professor Plum, Miss Scarlett, and Reverend Green. 6 colours representing the 6 people in that night. Each of them a possible murderer. Just take any one out without looking. Recognise this bit? We've got left. Oh, there's 2 left in there. I just want to check that these lots don't have 3, because I had someone do that once. So I said, yeah, he said there's none left. Someone down here, that's 3 of them. Right, you've all got 1 disposable. Just have a look at that, make sure there's no other tokens in there. What did the storyline say again, please?
The detective will help us eliminate most of the innocent people, but not all of them.
Okay, just have a quick look at which tokens you've picked. Richard, yours is the murderer. Thank you. So we've eliminated Professor Plum. Don't worry, this routine lasts 15 minutes.
Is it really?
Well, I think so. This is the first time. Rose wasn't involved either. Sorry, Mrs. Peacock. Why was yours? leaving us with two. You obviously know which one the murderer is. Of course you do. Pick one. Bang. What you got there?
Especially my son.
I bet you picked it. Hold that a second. You picked him, yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Sit down. Did you give him the last ride when you killed him? Was that a suicide bid? Thanks very much, Ray. We're not going to carve you away tonight. Thank you very much. Well, we now have our murderer. Thank you very much for picking him. And what's next?
Chapter 2. How the witness knew who did it. The witness followed a few simple instructions to enable him to witness the murder undetected.
You missed a few words up there. Yes, I did actually put him stroke her, but I'll let you go.
Okay, number 1. The witness started wherever he wanted to inside the mansion. Number 2.
Put finger with whichever room you want to start.
He then moved horizontally or vertically 1 square at a time. Hold on.
There's some more yet, I think.
And the third bit is firstly spelling out the name of the room where they started, plus 1 extra move to stay 1 step ahead of the murderer at all times.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've got that. Go that way.
H. A.
H. A.
A.
I can go backwards, though.
Yep.
L. L. And 1 extra move.
So you want that out of the murderer. Right. What's next?
As no one was left in the extremities of the mansion, the following rooms were locked: the ballroom, the billiard room, and the dining room.
Billiard room, ballroom and dining room.
That's right.
Next.
The murderer moved through 3 more rooms, as did our witness.
1, 2, 3.
The kitchen and the study were now closed off as well.
Good job you didn't pick that in a minute.
The murderer finally moved through 4 more rooms, so move through 3 more rooms to find out which room the murderer will strike, and to allow yourself to find somewhere to hide.
Remember, you were 1 step ahead of the murderer at all points.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah? And from there, horizontally or vertically, 1 square at a time, moving 3 squares, so you're 1 step ahead of the murderer.
3.
Does it say anything else?
Which weapon was used? We have a list of possible murder
It
weapons.
stops on the library, just a second.
Oh, sorry.
On the library. Yeah?
Yes, yes, I
You had 3 choices, or so you believe,
can. Yeah,
where you moved each time.
yeah. I did.
Right? Right? Please? Hurry up.
Sorry. Okay, chapter 3. Which weapon was used? We have a list of the possible murder weapons. These have been printed onto luggage tags to enable you to pick one.
Well, do a gesture then. No, the pointing gesture, it's the luggage tags. How did you get to be a magician? Hurry
I'm
up.
not a very good assistant. I'm a magician. I'm a very good assistant.
That's true.
That's all I have.
That's all you have.
That's all I have.
So does it say that the names are on the tags? So we've got
Right, right.
finished the book there, chapter 3. I actually wrote a 4th chapter from a detective point of view. And so, if you kindly like to open up the envelope and read out the final chapter.
Chapter 4, the final chapter. The detective would like to thank you for your help in solving the murder. You see, without your help, he would not have convicted Reverend Green of the murder, which, by the way, did take place in a library